Okay, so I am headed out. Our house is so empty, it's like so echoey in here. I just took a shower, so my hair is wet. Well, more and more I get, like, I should say the later in pregnancy I get, the less I care about my appearance. So lately the hot topic has been inflation and has been food shortages. I keep hearing or seeing a bunch of different prepper channels say, you know, this is a shortage, that we're short here, blah blah blah. And I thought about making a video over that, putting down my garage door. But honestly, there is a ton of mixed reports right now. Every prepper's channel and their mother's channel lately has been reporting on like I said, inflation and food shortages, and just kind of how powers above us are unfolding and trying to knock out meat. And there's the water wars that just started, all that good stuff. I'm not denying any of that is happening. However, I've been watching their channels and there's been a lot of videos surfacing lately. Specifically, I'm thinking of Ice Age Farmer. He just put out a video of this girl on TikTok showing like there was no meat or seafood in their store. But then I saw people commenting like, well, our stores are completely full. So I'm not, like I said, denying that there isn't a shortage going on. What I am saying is I think it's like, it depends where you're at. And I do think that it's eventually going to come for all of us, but I think a lot of stores are still living off of last year's harvest. I think that their food hasn't expired yet. It's still on the shelves. And so I don't really foresee things getting that bad until the fall, if I was a betting person, which I'm not, and I have been wrong before. But I do think that there is certain organizations and even our own government, who are trying to rock this chain of supply. And I'm just curious what stores look like in my area. So that is what I'm going to do today, is I want to go to a few different stores. I am actually shopping for our own stockpile. A lot of you guys have asked me to do a video on that, and honestly, we don't need like canned food or anything right now. We're good on our dry food, all that, so I haven't got the chance to make that. But what I will say is that our two things we really need to work on, well, actually three technically, is our water supply. We need to figure out a better way to store water, especially if this whole water thing, this water shortage is gonna start. We haven't really kept up on clothes. My husband's socks like are all holey and stuff, and he needs like undershirts and that kind of thing. And I was like, you know, we should probably stock up on that because there's gonna be shortages coming, I believe. Like I said, I just don't think it's here yet. And then third is our medical supply. So I have some like band-aids and wraps and that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't say I have anything extraordinary. So I really want to build up that. So that's what I'm looking for today. However, I do want to check out the food shelving, the meat, that kind of stuff, because that is the buzzword right now. And a lot of people, there's mixed, like I said, there's mixed information on if it's empty or not. And I think it's actually going to be easier to do that when I'm not shopping for my own food. I feel like I don't know how people do that. Like, I watch like Frugal Fit Mom, and she does like her grocery shopping and makes a video over it. I don't know how she does it, because I like am so distracted and like worried and trying to make sure I have what's on my grocery list. So I think it's going to be easier to kind of like film what the store has if I'm not like trying to like focus on getting stuff for us. So yeah, so that is the plan today. That is why I'm making this video, and I'm really just curious. So I will say, like, it's the middle of June in Indiana, so I kind of, like I said, I think things are gonna happen more in this fall with shortages here, because our shelves have been pretty okay. We have a lot of local farmers and stuff here. So I want to make this video and then maybe make one later on this fall and kind of do a comparison. All right, first store that we are going to make our appearance at is our local Walmart. just saying, medicine, super, super low. Like, there's not even any name brand ibuprofen left. You can see all the holes in here. Very, very limited. I just wanted to show you guys really quick. Like, brands like Crest are like $1.96 per pop. If you go with one of these off brands, they're literally probably made in the same factory, all the same ingredients, 88 cents, 85 cents. So if you're looking to stock up on things, go off brand, it's gonna save you a lot of money. Okay, I just got back in the car from Walmart. Oh my goodness, I do not think they had their air on. I literally am like, why did I shower this morning? Because I just sweat the entire time in there. But as you could see, their meat section was pretty much full. Their seafood section, a little bit more sparse, but they still had things on the shelves. Their canned food definitely had holes in it, but there was enough on the shelves. I mean, not that that's normal, but that's how it's been around here since the pandemic hit. So that's nothing like too crazy out of the ordinary, I would say. The biggest thing that I noticed, and you heard me comment when I was in there, was the medical supplies. Lots of holes there. There wasn't any like really name brand like ibuprofen or Advil or anything like that. And the Band-Aids had a lot of holes in it. I took the last like self-adhesive, like that brown tape you saw, because one, our dog has a paw injury. You probably saw that in the last video we had, but we have to wrap his foot up with it, and we've been going through that like crazy. But two, because it's so versatile, like you can almost make like a makeshift like cast over it. It's really easy. You don't need any tape to hold it together, so I really like that. And they only had 3 on the shelf. I did run to the dollar store when our dog first got injured at the beginning, or at the end, I should say, of last week. I think it was on Friday. They didn't have any of it. So I really have noticed just first aid, medication stuff in general was really, really low in there. So right next door to our Walmart over here is a huge Dollar Tree that they just put in, and they have like everything over there. And I think a lot of the times people don't think about going there because those types of places started carrying like a lot of first aid stuff, a lot of food, stuff like that. So that's my tip to you. A lot of you ask how I stockpile and stuff, and honestly it's thinking outside of the box on different stores. I didn't put my seatbelt on because we're only in the parking lot, but it's gonna ding the whole time if I don't. So even things like this, like Menards carries food, like I said, the Dollar Tree, stuff like that. So just look at different stores in your area if your shelves are starting to get empty, and go there and you could probably find what you're looking for. Also, if there is like a food shortage like they're saying, a lot of people probably at first won't think to go there. And if you're trying to stockpile and you don't want your neighborhood to know that what you're doing, it's a good idea to go like split up your shopping trips, even though it takes time. It's kind of a, you know, pain in the butt to go to different stores. Instead of just buying it all at once, you can go to different stores and just buy a little bit at each store. And then that way you're not alerting everybody that you're stockpiling. So we're gonna run in here, and I just kind of want to check out what their shelves look like. Alright, so as you just saw, they were fairly stocked up on items. They had a lot more actually medications than what Walmart did. They actually had some name brand ones in there. Their Band-Aids were about the same. They're picked over. That's something I'm starting to see, is like Band-Aids, gauze, that kind of stuff, like I said, is flying off the shelves. They had plenty of toilet paper, and they had like toothpaste, cleaning supplies. The only thing I really saw that they were somewhat short on was their shampoo. They had like maybe 2 shelves that were empty in there, so that was kind of interesting. And their canned food was a little bit picked over. It wasn't full. but there was still stuff on the shelf. So like I said, make sure if you can't find things, or if you're trying to spread out and not let people know you're stocking up, or even if a lot of you ask, like, how do I save money on stockpiling things? And I take an entire day like I am today and going to different stores and just looking, because there is different deals going on, and you might find something way cheaper at one store than the other. So that helps out a lot when you're saving. Also, I forgot to mention this when I was at Walmart, but you saw not buying name brand things. There's things that I've never even heard of, and I always check the ingredients on it, and it's like the exact same thing. Like I said in the store, probably made out of the exact same factory. It just doesn't have the name brand on it, so they can't charge you $3. They can only charge you 85 cents. So that helps out a lot as well. All right, next I'm going to run into Meijer, and we're gonna look to see how full their shelves are. Last video you saw that guy, his entire cart was just full of like Powerade and Gatorade and soda, and he was not the only person I saw doing that. There wasn't even really like a shortage of drinks in there. I'd say like the shelves were full, but I will say the last couple times I've gone shopping, I've noticed like the Gatorade and the Powerade are like gone. The water's been pretty stocked up. There was holes in it, but it wasn't full. But I just thought that was really interesting that I caught people doing that. Kind of makes me wonder because of the water shortage we're hearing about. I don't know. But as far as like their meats, their dairy, their canned food, their shelves looked pretty good. Canned food was, every store we went to, again, had holes in it, but we've been here seeing that since last May, so over a year. So I wouldn't say it's normal, but again, nothing to worry about. So in conclusion, I think that, like I said at the beginning of this video, I think shortages are coming. I don't think that we are in the fire yet. But that being said, you don't want to wait till we're in the fire to be trying to put it out. So I would definitely continue to stock up. I think that there is people in this world trying to cause issues, and I do think that we are headed for greater food shortages than what we are seeing. And who knows how this water thing is going to play out. I don't know. Like I said, it's really interesting to see all those people stocking up on that kind of stuff. Really, really interesting. But anyway, I hope this video was helpful. Again, I just kind of wanted to see kind of what our shelves were looking like, what people were stocking up on. The main thing that I was running into, I would say that I've noticed personally, I don't know if it's because, like I said, I'm trying to stock up on it, medical supplies though, like over-the-counter medications, Band-Aids, gauze, cleaning solution, all that was very, very low at the store. And I haven't really shopped at it through this whole last year because, like I said, it's something that we're failing in our preps and that I want to build up on. So I wish I would have paid more attention to that. I am going to be making another video like this a few months from now, just checking out the store shelves and seeing how they're doing. And I'll be interested to see if that's still pretty low. But again, that's another prep that you might want to be looking at because it is running low around here. If you could help your fellow preppers out, please leave a comment down below what you're seeing in shortages, or maybe your stores are full. Comment that as well. I think the greatest thing we can do in the prepping community is just get information out, share information, help each other out. The more people that are prepared, the better off we're going to be in an SHTF or even a weather emergency, and that the more people we can help out, because we'll be prepared. So please share that information below if you have it, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. It's free. It only takes a second, and it really helps my channel out. This pregnant lady is tired. I am ready to sit down for a little bit. I'm gonna go unload. So I will catch you all in the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Bye.